Welcome to Dumpster Fire. What you are seeing are two men dressing up as credible radio hosts for Halloween today. How are you doing today, sir?
Neither of us got that costume right.
No, we got that costume right. Well, technically, I mean, whatever. It's still a costume, right?
It is.
Feeling better?
Yeah, I feel much better. I actually have energy this week. I am not
energy?
Sad, tired little shit who just complains about doing his own show. Oh, look at me. We're getting too many super chats.
I mean, dude, you were doing that anyway the last couple of weeks.
I know.
Let's be quite frank. You're not going to be just lying on your couch watching the World Series, right? Yeah,
No,
we're not going to be like that this week.
I do need to turn on. You know what?
I thought about that. It's World Series time. No Adolis Garcia or Max Scherzer for the remainder of the World Series.
Oh, yeah. What happened with
Garcia got injured in Game 3.
So he's done?
No, I mean, like, he's done for the World Series.
Oh, my God. I didn't even know that. Hold on. I got to call this up here.
Yeah, they're off the playoff roster.
Oh, damn. That sucks.
And, I mean, we're in Game 3. Well, Game 4, technically.
Yeah. I think Arizona's going to win tonight. I think it's that.
I think so. I mean, this would be the first road loss of the Rangers all season. So, very possible. I would say that is definitely very possible.
On in the background.
Yep.
Okay.
JFKH for 5 bones. Imagine TJ Watt in the butt, Chase Young, Aaron Donald, and Myles Garrett on the same team. I mean, Watt and Garrett, Donald, Chase Young would probably have to be a different. You probably go Javon Hargrave or Michael Pierce.
Is this just some kind of hypothetical situation?
Yeah, a hypothetical. Yeah.
Yeah. Myles Garrett is not a human being. He is something, just not a human.
He's an alien.
Insane. Mm-hmm. All right, let me set up the tier maker while you read some.
Absolutely. Uxinator, because the Jets beat the Giants in OT, we have 2 primetime Jets games in a row. Jets play the Chargers on Monday Night Football, and the Jets play the Raiders in 2 weeks on Sunday night. Oh, God, that's going to be so bad.
So bad.
Ooh, the Jets and the Raiders. Oh, speaking of ass, the Raiders. We'll get to them, though.
We will.
Absolutely. Alexander Ortega, have a happy Halloween, you guys. Hope you have fun. And why is there no Yinzerheimer? Well, that'll come. Give it time. I mean, I didn't have time to dress up as Yinzerheimer. I had to get out some treats for the kiddies and take care of a few other things. So, sports
Kids come and trick or treat your house?
A couple times. It's not that much. We're not in like a neighborhood, but it's like,
Oh, are they like, that creepy Yinzer guy lives there. He's that weirdo.
Well, I have the lights on, so maybe it attracts.
Oh, hold on. Keep reading, but I got to show you my favorite tweet. Hold on.
Dodger Zion. On this Soen night, we remember those special to us no longer with us. Miss you, Uche, and blessed be everyone. Uche, yep.
Uche.
Good old Uche, you're with us.
Uche, got him right here, buddy.
He'd be dressing up as a clown because Jacksonville's doing well, and probably the clown.
I know. He'd be so happy. He'd be dunking on you right now, boy.
Well, I mean, the Steelers played like shit. The whole game was terrible. Like, I was at my brother's house watching it, and it's like, oh, God, this is so bad. I was expecting them to pull out the bullshit. I'm not going to lie. Because it felt like that kind of game. Opposing team self-destructs repeatedly. Kenny Pickett's going to pull off some random comeback, and we'll be like, how the hell did they win? But kissing titties is not Kenny Pickett, and he throws 2 terrible passes. So...
every Steelers game is like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been the same game for 5 years. Speaking of which, a certain fellow up from America who came by over this past Thursday, he was the guy that was over there for clickbait, got praise to Jeebus for a safe trip home and a good trip for Mr. Hie2K7. Good to be home in America, California. I've been to a lot of places in the last week while driving like a madman. America extends east. Left the Jeebus and ready the plunger. Again, count how many times I distracted Tree last Thursday. Lol, miss you, Uche. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I mean, so Hie just flew across the country. He just happened to be in Yinsburg.
Yep, he was traveling around. I know he visited Tom on Friday. I know he had like a little thing there. Visited a couple other people, some work-related stuff in Buffalo, I believe. And he drove through Pittsburgh. I'm like, hey, stop on by. So that's who I went to the Pens game with on Thursday.
That's awesome. Did the Pens win? I don't even remember.
Yep, they did win. It was a shutout, but it wasn't like yesterday. Oof, yesterday was pretty bad. So let's not talk about that. Michael Orm from Portland, Oregon. Good friend of the show. When I find that my Seahawks are first in division, I get word that Chase Young is going to the Niners. Give me a break. Well, as long as the Niners offense keeps playing like that, you should be okay. Like, Seahawks have their warts. Like, they have some stuff they definitely need to work on, especially with their offensive consistency, particularly in the red zone. But, I mean, they're getting it done. So,
are the Panthers trash, or are the Cardinals the biggest trash?
Raiders are the biggest trash. Have you seen all the turmoil coming out of there? Open team meetings. Devontae Adams is livid. No catch. I mean, Hunter Renfrow is like invisible now. Josh Jacobs is like just sitting there apathetic and wondering, okay, that's not my concern about the offense. I don't know how to fix it. It's not my job. And Josh McDaniels is still there. So, the Raiders are definitely the biggest trash.
Did you see this tweet? Oh, wow, another 50 bomb.
Yep, I got to get out the Jeebus for a certain Justin Ziegler. Yes, I did see that one. I actually favorited that. Matt Canada, you got to be careful, man. They lace it with all the hackery. Praise the Jeebus.
Could you imagine you bite into a Snickers bar and it's the Steelers offense and you're just like,
it tastes like, it's going to be a 3-and-out for me, just like the Steelers offense.
Mm-hmm. Tastes like a 3-and-out. The Matt Canada candy bar tastes like a 3-and-out.
And Mike Tomlin said there's no issues with the 3-and-outs early, even though it creates momentum. College rankings out now. It's Tomlin, so.
Yeah, but why would Tomlin even comment on that? That's just weird.
Well, he probably got asked a question during a press conference, so I mean, he is the head coach. He's mainly responsible for it. College rankings out now. OSU 1, Georgia 2, Michigan 3, FSU 4, with Washington 5 and Oregon 6. Should be an interesting month. Also, with the Broncos win, they win the battle but lose the war. With the trading tonight, thoughts on the Packers and Commies?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of deals. That's the subject of the show tonight, obviously.
The deadline's already over, so not as much as last year, but there were a couple big trades.
Yeah, I mean, well, Leonard Williams. So today was the trade deadline. That's right.
Deadline was at 4.
Yeah. Did you actually? I know I'm switching gears. Do you have a Halloween costume at all?
I would have been Oppenheimer. So, I mean, that would have been the one I dressed up as.
If you had friends.
Well, the thing is, I've been busy all day. I would have dressed up, but it's just like.
Yeah, I dressed up as Eric Sim.
Mm-hmm. Eric Sim.
Yeah. Did you see that on Twitter?
No.
Oh, you didn't see my Eric Sim costume? I just dressed up I was coming in from I went out to dinner. I had some noodles by myself because I'm pathetic.
Well, I think that's how we all are, dude. Don't worry.
And I was just like, hey, I wonder where my Lift Big shirt is. And I was like, I should just dress up as Eric. And then I nailed it. So it's
get on like a muscle suit or like a fat suit.
Yeah, I put a pillow underneath my. It's on Twitter.
I mean, it just needs to be like just big everything, like just like thicker muscles, bigger everything. That's Eric.
Dude, Eric is so big.
He's a big boy. I mean, that dude's can he lifts like a motherfucker though.
Have you seen so when you actually hang out with him, his legs are like tree trunks. You're just that's a thick ass boy right there.
That dude squats 550. I mean, his legs are going to be big.
What's your max squat right now, boy?
I'm not a big squat guy. Plus, with losing weight, I'm not at full strength. So, I'm not really 150. Maybe it's not that good.
That's all you can do?
Well, as I said, I've never been a squatter. Oh. I'm usually more a leg press guy.
I go easy because, I tore my ACL, but I know that I could squat about 225. I could probably squat.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
That's the thing. I could probably squat more, but that's the thing. I don't really like to test it. I like to get form. I like to get full range and just really more or less get that down. So
yeah.
Plus, when you lose weight, I'm just trying to maintain muscle. I'm not trying to gain it. So
I think I can leg press like 4 plates on each side. So that would be what? Mm-hmm. I mean, leg press is obviously easier because you have leverage, like you can brace up against it. But what is 4 times 45?
Well, it's 180, 360 plus the resistance on the bench, which is probably like 450 to 500, depending on
it's about 400. Yeah.
Yep.
These skinny legs are surprisingly strong.
Yeah. I mean, I can do 4 plates too. I used to be able to do 6, but as I said, it's just like pandemic and I'm more or less just trying to focus on form and not really go heavy like I used to.
Listen, I don't need to hear excuses out of you.
Whatever, you whore. Dude, you were the one that half-assed the entire stream last week. Don't give me that shit.
I know.
You lazy sack of shit.
I streamed from literally the couch.
Yeah, exactly.
Tired.
You were tired. Well, guess what? Guess what? When I'm sick, I still have to show up and do my job. I can't half-ass everything, brother. You ever think of that?
That's it. I'm doing the show from the couch again.
Okay. Well, you know what? Speaking of that, Unchained America actually has a pretty creative one.
What's that?
Derp, -9 yards. I can't go minus $9. Honestly, we should pay all these people $9 for this bullshit. That's what we need to do. You're hiding? Okay.
Hide here on the couch and don't fucking bother me.
Okay, whatever, you whore. Fucking asshole.
You would do that.
Because you're the one that's going around talking about his sexcapades every fucking week. You ever think about that?
No. Yeah, talk about shit.
Oh, by the way, Pickett says he's probably playing on Thursday night. So
listen, here's the bat right here. Look at that.
Oh no, you're gonna shove that up your own asshole. Congratulations.
I will shove it up your ass, you little bitch.
No, you're gonna shove it up your ass. I know how this goes. You go knob in first.
Let's go to the first game. Buccaneers-Bills. Are the Bills won? They beat the Bucks. Are the Bills back to being a Super Bowl contender?
I think Miami's technically still in the lead, so I would say them for now, unless they can regain the division. Yeah, they still have some issues to fill out.
They're not a Super Bowl contender. They're just not good enough.
Tampa Bay is just like they're more a weak opponent, more or less. Like the Bills' defense did well. They really clamped down. Sam Martin had an incredible day punting, so they couldn't get anything going. And they took care of business. And that final drive of Tampa Bay where they just kept getting penalties and tipping and dunking and made it a 1-score game. That's Buffalo. It's frustration because they should have buried that game a long time ago.
Yeah. Does anyone want to win the NFC South? It is the most pathetic division.
No, it needs to be contracted. It needs to be like General Sherman where everyone burns it down.
What do we do here with the people here? What do we do with the Bucks? Are they football hell or are they the division winners? It's one or the other.
Hell. They're football hell.
Fuck them. Okay. All right, and then the Jets and the Giants. Okay, second game.
Look, all I'm gonna say is this. I know you were talking about how it didn't work out. Well, I'm gonna say 5. Do you miss him yet? With how chicken shit that guy was last week? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I got to bring out the official Giants anthem. Do you miss him, 5? Do you miss him? Floor's yours. I think that's all we need to say. Take me through that game in your eyes.
So my sister is a Jets fan for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I'm a Giants fan.
That's child abuse.
My sister's a Jets fan. I don't know how that ended up. So I went all the way to Northern Virginia to go hang out with her and her boyfriend. It was just us in this little sports bar. And the Giants were just kicking ass all game. Pretty much in charge, and they got up to a 10-7 lead without passing the ball once. Not even once. And I get that it was raining in MetLife Stadium. And then, the
Jets at least tried to throw the ball, though.
Right.
I mean, as bad as Zach Wilson is, he looked like Dan Marino. compared to what you threw out there.
Yeah, like and you know they had to, but at the same time, like that at least Salah like wasn't dick tucking. I don't know why you would have an NFL quarterback. So yes, Tyrod Taylor gets hurt, and then Tommy DeVito comes in. I don't know how you can be an NFL quarterback and no one trusts you to throw the ball. Like you just shouldn't be on a roster then. Like there's plenty of guys that'll go out and throw the ball around. You know, like Carson Wentz would have been better than fucking Tommy DeVito's fucking ass.
Are you sure about that, dude? Carson
I'm just
Wentz
saying, at least Carson Wentz has the balls to throw in the fucking wet weather.
And he'll throw in triple coverage 30 yards downfield. We've seen this before, dude.
Still. All right, so the Giants are up 10-7. They create a turnover on downs. They get the ball back. The Jets have 2 timeouts. They get them to burn. They get it down to 28 seconds. They're on the Jets 19. Okay. And Daboll, instead of going for it on 4th and 1 to ice the game, he elects to kick a field goal, which remember, it's Graham fucking Gano, who's about as clutch as, you know.
He's also injured, though.
What's something that's not clutch? Cody Parkey. Like, yeah, he's also injured, and it's raining, and it's just so many factors are going against the Giants in that moment, when all they had to do was go for it on 4th or just punt. Like, I mean, okay, that would have been the weakest punt ever.
It's a 4th and 1 deep in Jets territory. Honestly, just go for it. You make it, you win. That's the problem.
Right. So they end up kicking the field goal. Graham Gano misses it. Like he just chokes on it like it's a giant fucking penis. Like they just insert the fucking bat right over.
Yeah. And it was also the second time that day.
Second time that day he missed. And then not only did they give him 8 yards, so they were on the 19. Now they gave him a shorter field. And then the whole game they've been playing man, press coverage, blitzing 6, and playing man with 2 high safeties. Like it worked all game. All game. Zach Wilson couldn't do shit. Then they go to the fucking prevent, and Zach Wilson carves the zone up like it was a fucking Thanksgiving turkey. He was just.
But it was just weak secondary. Not to mention, Kayvon Thibodeau got an offsides, which stopped the clock.
Yep. And so, like, they just fucking idioted their way into. They just gave away the game. They end up kicking a game-tying field. It went from, hey, we're 3-5 to trading Leonard Williams after the game.
Yeah. Like, and the sad thing is, too, and this says nothing about the Jets. They just escaped. I mean, they have the same issues they had last year. No quarterback, no offensive line. And quite frankly, it's a false hope win. It is a win, but the Giants lost that game more than the Jets won it.
Oh, no question. Now, the Jets gave the Giants every opportunity. Like, the Jets handed the Giants break after break. They committed personal fouls. They committed offsides. They committed defensive holding when they didn't need to. Like, they extended Giants' drive. Like, the one touchdown that the Giants scored, I think they got 2 or 3 penalties from the Jets. The Jets did everything they could to give that game away, and the Giants refused to take it. And now we're entering the tank bowl. We went from we could save our season to we are selling. Saquon's getting traded. Fucking Adoree Jackson will probably get traded. He committed a fucking egregious fucking pass interference in overtime. It was pathetic. Xavier McKinney could be on the chopping block. They could even get rid of Dexter Lawrence. Like, they could get rid of this whole fucking team right now. And I'm just sad and distraught. Daniel Jones, what do you do with him? You know, he's not even out there when you need him.
You can't get rid of him.
This is I think Eli Manning missed 1 game. Like, when he was, I think, a rookie, he had a shoulder issue. Never missed a game after that.
Until he got benched for Geno
Until
Smith.
He got benched for fucking Geno Smith. Like, by fucking Bob McAdoo or Ben McAdoo. Yeah, so then, I don't know. I'm a sad Giants fan. It's going to be a long 9 weeks. It's going to be a long offseason. We're going to get another top 5 pick because clearly they've just given up. And we're going to be right back at the draft, and they're going to draft someone like fucking Marvin Harrison Jr. or some shit with the 3rd overall pick. And I'm just be like, we don't need that guy. Like, we need everything.
No, you do. You need Danny Derps to do this. Oh, by the way, I think this is the official new song in the New York Giants.
Fucking shit! We're fucking shit! We're fucking shit! We're fucking shit!
are so fucking shit.
We are fucking shit. You just traded your best run stopper. So now the rest of the season is just going to be 30-yard runs right up the gut. Just right up our fucking throats. Just fucking dick in our face.
You did get a second-round pick for it, though.
They did. I like the haul. I like the trade, honestly. Like, if the season's fucking done and finished, like, yes, it's a good trade. The Jets are a wild card team.
They are football hell to me. But
you think so? The Jets are going to the playoff. The Giants basically handed them a playoff berth. The Jets are going to the playoffs. With that,
they have no quarterback and no O-line. I mean, they have everything else. That's the problem.
They will be that 9 and 8 team that sneaks into the
God
playoffs.
damn it, that is the Steelers.
Guarantee it.
That is the Steelers.
No, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. The Jets are a playoff team. I fucking guarantee it. They lock teams down. They don't let them score. Like, they've beaten who? Who did the Jets beat? They beat the fucking
they beat the Eagles, but that was because the Eagles kept self-destructing.
Right, but they beat the Eagles. Okay. They beat the Broncos. They almost beat the fucking Chiefs. Like, they held the Chiefs to 23 points.
They beat the Bills because Allen kept self-destructing.
Yeah, they beat the Bills. That's right. And then, they did get smoked by the Cowboys, but, the Cowboys are back to – so the Jets have already beaten 2 playoff teams already. I'm telling you, it's a playoff team.
I don't say so. I think those losses were more on the Bills and Eagles than it was on the Jets. But that's just me.
Well, they beat them. Okay. And the Giants are Raider trash.
They are. I mean, I agree with you.
In the garbage. All right, read some supers. I need to get a snack.
You would do that, you whore.
I'm hungry.
Nice commitment to the dumpster fire. That's why it comes off super late and you're sitting on your couch watching fucking baseball all day. Pirate Panda, happy Halloween, you guys. By the way, try not to sell kid candy to kids in a white minivan. JK, love you guys. Hope you're having a good night. And what do you think about Young to San Fran? If he can get back to what he was showing some decent form this past year. But with him and Bosa, Eric Armstead, and Javon Hargrave, oh, man. Yeah, that defensive end might be up there with the Eagles.
That's the thing. There's a lot of pressure off Chase Young to not be the guy. And he can definitely play a role. And if imagine you take Bosa out and Chase Young comes in. Like, come on. Like,
no, they probably replace Cleveland Farrell with Chase. That's my best guess.
Right. And then who got Montez Sweat?
The Bears. They got him, but
in a bizarre deal.
Well, I think what they're thinking more long term, but like trading an early second for that, unless you can extend him or franchise tag him, that's a question. I mean, I don't hate the trade as much as I did the Claypool deal because at least Montez Sweat can produce. He has pedigree, and he should be able to command a good bit of money. But at the same time, it would have made less sense if they had traded Jalen Johnson. But the fact that he's still staying, even though he might be a free agent, it makes a bit more sense. So that's just at least me. I don't think it's going to do anything this year. They're hoping next year. But the question is, are Poles and Eberflus still there next year?
No, they're not. There's no way Eberflus is there. No fucking way. That's all I got to say.
Poles might be on the hot seat, too. He's made a lot of mistakes.
His name is Ryan Poles because he sits on them. He fucking
smokes
sucks.
the Poles.
Yeah.
French
Sorry, I got to mute. I'm eating.
You would. Just finished my jury duty today. What did I miss in sports last week? Dude, congratulations, brother. Jury duty is that's fun. But what you missed in sports is a lot of chaos and craziness. That's what you missed. Oh, by the way, double for Just Young. Just Young. So that's runners on. Joe Mantiplies up on the mound there. But yeah, but definitely you missed a lot in sports. World Series is going strong. Texas had a chance to take a 3-1 lead. Penguins suck. Rangers are winning, even though it's kind of fluky. And
the Clippers traded for James Harden.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they are on their way to winning the 2015 NBA championship. Like they are going to dominate.
Yeah.
I think DeAndre Jordan's still out there. Go get him.
I think you could take this. Yeah, you could take this roster and copy it to NBA
honestly,
2K.
Boogie Cousins is still out there somewhere. Go get him.
Yeah. You might be able to get Iguodala's probably out somewhere.
Dwight
right?
Howard's probably still out there. Iggy retired, so
no, I'm saying you could get him to come out of retirement and just add him to the mix. They already have Paul George and fucking Kawhi Leonard.
PG-13, Kawhi, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden.
Yeah, they really think that this is 2015. It's crazy.
Blake Griffin, I think he's still active.
Yes.
They could still get him.
They could bring back Blake.
Trade back CP3.
Simmons? Right.
Put him in the bench.
Get CP3 from the Warriors. Get Blake Griffin out there. Maybe Kevin Love could log some solid minutes for him.
D-Rose, go get him. D-Rose could still do a job.
Yeah, he could probably still log some minutes. Former MVP Derrick Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Read
King Barrel make pit kryptonite's inferior opponent, the Oakland Coliseum, New England, and Jacksonville at home. Also, if the season ended now, Tree's NFC predictions are thumbs up. We'll see. There's still plenty of time.
Dude, I just had sour gummy Skittles. Really good.
I'm not a sour guy.
So tomorrow, I'm rolling up on every grocery store and buying all the
Halloween
candy
sales.
Yep.
That's a smart idea. I might actually do that myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover myself. I'm gonna make a blanket out of the Halloween candy bags, and then just get high, and then get underneath them,
and then eat them,
and then eat my way out. I would just sit here like this, covered in the bags of candy, and just like.
Speaking of which, favorite Halloween candy and worst Halloween candy?
Ooh.
Because I know you say don't do $2, but I think it's an accurate question for what we're doing.
That is a good question. Favorite Halloween candy? I'm a big fan of all the Starburst family, like the tangy sweet candies, Chuckles. If you get Chuckles in your fucking, you know what those are? They're big. They're huge gummy things that are just covered in sugar. Chuckles are really good because that's candy you just don't buy, and then you get it on Halloween. You're just like, oh, this shit. Now and Laters, really a big fan of Now and Laters. And for chocolate, I'm gonna go Snickers.
Snickers are a classic staple.
And I like the Special Dark. If when you get into that vein of candy, when you're digging through your loot from that night, and you're just like, oh, I've got a couple of Mr. Good bars, I've got some Hershey's, but
Mr. Good Bar's pretty good though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a Special Dark. That's gonna be my favorite. What about you? What's your top
favorite Halloween candy? That's a lot of choice, man. Three Musketeers is always a good one. Milky Ways are really solid. Crunch bars. I would go with favorite. Pretty much every Halloween candy is pretty good to me. Kit Kats are really good too.
Kit Kats are really good.
Kit Kat. They are a staple. Worst Halloween candy? Ooh, I'll do this because my mom is a dentist. Toothbrushes. Trust me, I know how it is. She just hand out toothbrushes every Halloween, and it's like, Mom, everyone hates this house. No one wants to do it.
Right, we're gonna get egged,
and now we're the ones that get egged or TP'd. They made fun of the family that took out toothbrushes, man. That's how it is.
She didn't give any candy along with the toothbrush?
No. Maybe later on, my sisters give out candy. My brother gives out candy. I give out candy. But my mom gave out toothbrushes. And, that's every time on Halloween. It's we had to get the candy, and then we just, she would allow us to eat it, thank God. But, still, I still got to do the toothbrushes. Candy corn. I
love your mom.
Is kind of up there. But with candy corn, if you eat it with peanuts, it tastes like a Payday bar.
Oh, I've never thought about that.
My little sister actually got me into it.
So you just throw peanuts in with the candy corn? You could eat it like a
peanuts in the candy corn and mix it, eat up, and it tastes like a Payday. That's how you eat candy corn.
I've never
mellow creams are actually pretty good too. I like mellow creams.
To me, the worst Halloween candy is Whoppers. Come on, what a fucking
Whoppers
waste of
are
space.
okay. They're just.
Come on, it's a chocolate covered ball that you're just putting in your mouth,
and you just hope you melt it down.
The other thing that I didn't like was Sugar Daddy, because it's just this square, and like usually on Halloween because it's cold, right? It's fucking October. It's like this solid piece of candy that takes you an hour just to chew. And then finally, like, and then you like break your teeth on it because it's just so awful. But like, you need the sugar because you've eaten all the other type of candy that you have. Like, sugar daddy is bad. If it's soft, it's okay. But I would never think to like microwave it or anything.
Salmon boys, Smarties. You're right, man. Fuck Smarties.
Yeah,
like they're like
Smarties.
they get old after a while.
Yeah. You're just no one like Smarties are like the last of your like whoever likes Smarties. They probably like black licorice too. They're just like, oh, okay. Give me all your good and plenty, terrible.
Oh,
but I would say Charleston Chew in the top.
Charleston Chew's pretty good. I mean, you have that in the fridge. It's nice. It's like it's chewy. It's like it's good in the fridge.
Yeah. Toothbrushes and baked potatoes are pretty bad.
Baked potatoes. Who says on a baked potato?
We had someone in our neighborhood that would give away baked potatoes in like
baked potatoes.
Yeah, they just drop it in your fucking. You'd be like,
do they at least give you butter and sour cream choice?
No, it'd just be the potato in a fucking foil, and you'd be like,
oh my god,
this was in Alabama, and they would just drop it in your fucking sack.
Baked potatoes.
Because they're like, oh, this is healthy. I remember one house gave away
baked potatoes aren't even that healthy. They're just empty and starchy.
I know. They're probably worse than candy. I remember one house gave away like vegetables. It was like fucking carrots. Yeah, they gave away carrots, and we were like, fuck that house. We're gonna egg that house later. We never did, but like we definitely planned it.
It depends on the carrot. I mean, once you get older, it's like, okay, maybe they just wanted your beta carotene. That's probably all they
they were trying to help our vision, you know. I was like, man, y'all better put razor. There better be a razor in this carrot or something, so y'all get arrested for giving away a fucking carrot and a baked potato. What is wrong with you?
Golden Hybrid 3. Me during baseball season, I can't wait for football. Me during football season, I can't wait for baseball. When is it my turn to be happy?
Here's a secret. He's a pirate and a
Steeler fan. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, we have hockey. You can always be miserable then. Crew Kid 52. This Sunday was a good snapshot of the Jets and Giants for a while. Giants slam their penis in the car door and lose the game by a yard, and Jets luck into winning a game they had no business winning.
I slam my penis in the car door. You slam your penis in the car door.
And the penis in the car door, you have to say it. But is that pretty accurate, Five?
That was what we did. We were there. We had an erect penis. We were going to celebrate a win. You know, I was going to watch highlights. I'd be like, okay, it was an ugly win, but we ended up doing it. And then we just took our dick and put it in a car door and shut it.
Texas just scored on a wild pitch, 1-0.
Oh, man. Come on, Arizona. I need y'all to win.
We'll see.
Come on. All right.
JT Rocker 99. I'm here to cure my woes after Chase Young and Montez Sweat have been traded. I don't know how I'm going to feel doing a rebuild. Dude, you've honestly been rebuilding for the last, 5 or 6 years.
Right. What's his name? Rivera's either going to retire or
he's getting fired. I think they're canning him. They're canning him.
Yeah, they're going to go with some young, offense. Whoever wins the Super Bowl or gets to a Super Bowl. Who is the offensive coordinator right now in San Francisco?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking probably Ben Johnson in Detroit.
Yeah, something like that. Whoever the hottest, whatever playoff team lucks into a run, they're just going to hire that offensive coordinator. Be like, this guy must be competent because he had Peyton. Because he's what's his name? You think
Bieniemy gets a shot?
Yeah, good. Maybe Bieniemy gets a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Nick Mann and Jeremy mentioned that. I think that's actually an interesting idea.
I feel like Arthur Smith will be looking for a job this offseason.
I mean, shit. Arthur Smith is a fucking dumbass. You have a real coach, Atlanta's probably 6-2.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just doesn't care. He doesn't you get away.
No, he cares. He wants to do things his way. He's very condescending and arrogant.
Yeah, well, if he wins and he gets away with that, that's fine. If you do that shit and you lose, get the fuck out of here. All right, Jaguars Steelers.
Ooh, that was a typical Steelers game, full of bullshit, full of BS, terrible offense. And I was half expecting the Steelers just to pull out the bullshit and randomly win by like 2 points. And everyone just like is wondering how the hell we won. 2 problems. First, did you see that offsides on the half-ending field goal in the first half by Boswell? They called it offsides on the right guard. They don't even know if he was offsides. And it negated the kick, moved it back, and Boswell misses that kick. Secondly, Kenny Pickett's out with injury, so you don't have that fourth quarter clutch gene that he has. You have to bring in Kissin' Titties. And Kissin' Titties, what does he do? He throws 2 like really bad interceptions, like right into double coverage on the third level. So it was just a bad game all around. The offensive line's bad. Like this is on Tomlin because Matt Canada should not even be here. He shouldn't even be close to be here. He's completely out of his element. You're just setting him up to fail at this point. He doesn't have it yet. At the same time, I mean, it's been the same fucking game for 5 years. That's what we're doing. And that's why I feel like I should make a video like a Yinzer's manifesto on like what this team needs to do and how they're doing things is not sustainable because we're in like that late 80s cycle where you have a coach that's, a good coach that's past his expiration date. You're have a good defense. Your offense is horrible. You might sneak into the playoffs. If you're really lucky, you'll win a game. But that's where the Steelers are right now. And unfortunately, the only solution is to have like a really bad year, and I don't think they're ever going to do it. By the way, fair ball for Marcus Semien. That's going to score another run. They're actually going to score 2 runs.
We cannot have the Rangers go up 3-1. I don't want a boring-ass series.
Well, whatever, man. I mean, that's how it kind of fits for the season. Anti-chaos to the chaos. And the ref ball was really bad last game. Like roughing the passer on Trevor Lawrence. I mean, all the credit to Jacksonville in the world. They out-uglied us. But Jacksonville should have won by 20-25. That's just me.
I'm just going to start referring to Matt Canada as Angel Hernandez, just a guy who he just shows up for work every day and everyone's like, why are you here? And he just continues to do his job horribly. And everyone's like, oh, I guess we're not going to get rid of him. He's just going to show up every day. Fine.
Does he sue the NFL for racism, though? That's the question.
I mean, he's like, yeah, y'all are discriminatory against Canadians, so. So
what was that?
It was my phone.
That sounds like what you're saying. That's how you try to motivate your penis to get up, probably.
That's what I do. I tell my penis. I just look at my penis. I'm just like, why would you be small? Like you should just be big.
Beast of Metal 1989. Speaking of the Steelers, breaking Minkah Fitzpatrick out with a hamstring injury, expected to miss multiple weeks. Opinion: without him, the Steelers secondary is as insolvent as Celsius or Safe Moon or Terra Luna. And I mean, Pickett's probably going to play, but I'll probably end up streaming Thursday's game, and it's probably going to be hell, and I'll probably end up drinking myself to sleep. As always. Steelers right to football hell. They will stay in football hell to kingdom come.
I guess I need to do my job. All right.
I mean, he did Jacksonville. I just didn't. Well, I mean, they should be trash, but whatever.
They are trash. If Kissin' Titties is your quarterback, then you're fucking trash.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Mr. 5 points. Next game on the docket.
Eagles Commanders.
Oh, speaking of tanking teams, are the commies in trash?
So the commies went from beating the Eagles and maybe being a wild card team to now just Raider trash. Like they are selling off. Like they went from like the Giants, just like the Giants were like, oh, we could save our season to we have to trade everyone.
Yeah, I think that apparently the owners had a big part in that because guess what? Dan Snyder $6 billion. That's a pretty big investment. This is an observation year. It was just bad timing for them. Sam Howell, we need to give more shit to the Washington Commanders offensive line. He only got sacked once yesterday, which is shocking. But Sam Howell is on pace for something like 100 sacks, he's taking, or something ridiculous. And it's like, dude, what the hell is your O-line schematics?
He threw.
He is fucking dying out there. And Howell had a really good game.
Yeah, he threw for 397 yards, 4 touchdowns. They just went from, and I thought that Washington had a good defense, and they clearly don't. Like,
they have names on that defense, but the problem is, like, we should have learned that against Chicago. Like, Justin Fields tore them up. That's all you need to know.
It just shows you that Bieniemy knows what he's doing, and Jack Del Rio does not, unfortunately.
Bieniemy's mixed. He's unfortunately, like, there are times where Washington's offense looks terrible, and there are times where it looks good. So it's a mixed bag, I feel like.
Yeah, I'll show you a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Put that mixed bag on your drum set, buddy.
Yeah, it's probably all full of whoppers, knowing you.
Yeah, whopper. Yeah, I'll teabag your drum set, motherfucker. All right, I would. Eagles are a Super Bowl contender.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck. I hate my life.
I mean, they did lose. Actually, that was Atlanta that lost Jalen Carter. Or not.
Now this
Jalen Carter is out. But yeah,
this game here,
and there's a home run by Seager. It's now 5-0.
Oh my god.
Wheels are coming off.
Yeah. I was like, bet on Arizona. Arizona's gonna win tonight.
Nope.
Whoops.
Well, time to wad out the congrats video, I guess.
Yep.
Unless they blow 3-1 series lead.
The Cowboys absolutely destroyed the Rams. Like, it's 43-20 is the final score. It wasn't even
piped right in there, like the whole hand.
They stretched their diameter out. They do you know what a speculum is?
No, I do not.
Okay, so when a woman goes to see her gynecologist, they have this machine that basically like stretches out her vajay so that the doctor can like look into it, and it has like different settings on it. The Cowboys put that into the Rams' butthole and just cranked it to 11. They were just like, oh, let's look inside here. Like, the Rams got fucking piped. They drove a U-Haul truck into their asshole and just parked it in there and was like, we're gonna be here for a while. Like, they unloaded, they just kind of hung around, and then they just packed up their shit and left. That was an ugly. So I took the over in that game. They had it by like the second quarter. It was like the over was 46 and it was done by the second quarter. I was like, thank you. Mm-hmm. So the Cowboys are back to definitely division. They looked like a Super Bowl team there. They did. Unfortunately, the Rams are football hell.
Well, the Eagles wouldn't be, Cowboys wouldn't be division because the Eagles are Super Bowl. That's the only thing.
Oh, you're right. The Cowboys are
because they're doomed to wild card just because the Eagles are that good.
Yeah, the Eagles are good. Fucking Eagles, man. I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
And now we have to hear Scooter talk all his shit.
Oh my god, Scooter. Yeah. He's gonna.
And the problem is, like, he gets away with it because, like, the week before when the Cowboys lost ugly to the Niners, like, we were talking about Tom and his shit, or Brandon and his shit. Like, we had that awakening, and then he wasn't there for the other loss against Arizona. He's getting away with it all the fucking time.
Well, at least this week, 3 out of the 5 of us are losers, and the ironic thing is that Brandon is a winner, and he's gonna dunk on all of us.
He is injecting that copium and that hopium right into the bloodstream. He is getting that intravenously.
All right. Vikings and the Packers. Are the Vikings the division? Well, no, they're not, because they're just football hell.
Football hell because Kirk Cousins is out for the year and they have to sign Josh Dobbs. When they win, they suffer devastating loss. A Pyrrhic victory of Pyrrhic victories.
Yes.
That was a great game for them. Without Kirk Cousins, it doesn't matter. Like he was doing really well these last few weeks.
Yeah, I know he was carrying.
And now I know a lot of Vikings fans complain about Kirk Cousins. We rag on Kirk Cousins. They're gonna realize how much they miss him. And that might be the last game he plays as a Viking. He's done.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll be a free agent.
And then the Packers are actual trash.
Like, they are literal trash. They are a bad football team.
I would never have thought in my life that we would be here so quickly, but we are. The Packers are bad.
Hey, we're all happy for it, man. Packers fans talk a lot of shit.
They do talk a lot of shit.
I mean, now they are just a bad football team. A.J. Dillon has regressed big time. Their offensive line, I think their left tackle got benched. And their defense, I mean, they did sign Rashawn Gary, but like that offense is just bad. Like Jordan Love, they say like, oh, he could be good. Like I see a lot of Rex Grossman in that dude.
Yeah. I see Trey Lance. I just see him as he's just Trey Lance, but he's starting, you know. That's what I see in Jordan Love.
Well, we never saw Trey Lance play. I mean, he'll probably get some chance against the Cowboys, but we'll see. But yeah, next game, sir.
Falcons Titans.
Yep. How do you feel about Will Levis? This question. I thought he had a really.
He's good. He's actually good. I think Malik Willis is, will be looking for a place to back up or, another stop, but that experiment is definitely over. Ryan Tannehill's done. Will Levis is going to play for the rest of the year. They pull out the win. Falcons, bad. Falcons.
Desmond Ridder fucking sucks. That's the problem. Taylor Heineke ran that offense a lot better than Desmond Ridder when he was in.
Did Ridder get hurt or did he just get benched?
They say he got hurt, but he should have been benched a while ago. I know they say he has tools, but he keeps turning the ball over. That was his issue in college. And it's this dude fucking sucks.
Yeah. It's hard to watch him.
Actually, I mean, the thing with Levis too, all he did was just hey, where's DeAndre Hopkins? Okay, there he is. Whoop. Yep. And then just chucks it deep. That's all he had to do.
Yeah.
Against DeAndre Hopkins, he finally had a chance to show what he's capable of.
Yeah. And then you got to wonder about Vrabel and what he was doing with Tannehill. If Tannehill should have just been doing the same thing.
Ryan over the hill. Dude's cooked.
Yeah, he's fucking trash. All right. The Falcons are football hell.
Yep.
And the
Titans are football hell.
Yeah, they're all football hell. Okay.
And Titans Steelers this week.
Read it to supers. I'm sorry.
You would do that, you whore. No, I'm yawning. God damn it. You fucking whore. Is it panic time for the 49ers? 3 straight losses, and it's not inconceivable that Seattle could get hot and jump them in the standings. Brother, I'm afraid I have some bad news. The Seahawks have already jumped them in the standings.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that offense, they have some work to do. Brock Purdy, he's having a sophomore slump, and quite frankly, I don't know if he's actually fully recovered from that concussion. He made some bad throws, and he took a bad hit, too.
He hasn't recovered from losing Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams. Now they've lost 3 straight. They are not a Super Bowl
against some opponent they should have beat. Christopher Baldwin, go Diamond Rangers, Rangerbacks. Finally, a World Series that I'm good with whomever wins. Go Chiefs and keep up the high-quality content. Love you guys. I see you, Perna. Definitely thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I mean, Texas is probably going to win from looks like. Pirate Fan Blues rocking the Shaggy costume tonight, boys. You going to eat some Scooby snacks, huh? Also, rip to Matthew Perry. Pray anyone with addiction to please reach out for help. I know it was apparently a heart attack on a hot tub and he drowned, I think. But as I said, he had a lot of years of alcohol abuse, and I think that might have done it. Look at you eat. I was not a big Friends guy, but it still fucking sucks. Losing somebody that young.
The ex-wife was a huge Friends fan, and we would watch it together. And I would say this: Ross fucking sucked. He ruined the show. He was such a bitch of a man. But Matthew Perry and Joey make it watchable. Perry had all the great lines. Chandler Bing would always have the best. He would finish every scene. And he was a great actor. And, it kind of sucked that he, passed away. But, lots of people are.
And unfairly, too. I mean, we know about one, unfortunately.
Yeah, it just sucks. But here we are.
David Lim, coming summer 2034, World Cup in Saudi Arabia. Oh, the humanity. And no FIFA have confirmed it won't be shifting to winter like Qatar. All hail the money.
Probably all indoor stadiums. They'll probably just build indoor stadiums or overly. Are gay people allowed in Saudi Arabia? Is it legal to be gay in Saudi Arabia?
No, that's actually the intermission. They just throw gays off the stadium peak and just stone them. That's probably what they do in Saudi Arabia. David Benjamin, Detroit welcomes home Donovan Peoples-Jones in exchange for a 2025 6th-round pick to the Browns. And Peoples-Jones is a decent wide receiver option. Detroit fans, what do you think about the Lions trade for Donovan Peoples-Jones? We need defense, help on the edge, and cornerback. I mean, as I said, it's a good option, I feel like.
So I love it because you get Amon-Ra St. Brown and Donovan Peoples-Jones in the same wide receiver core. The only thing that could make it better is if they added BenJarvus Green-Ellis to that.
And Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Mo Alley Cox.
Yes, all of them together would just be incredible.
And Equanimous too. Get his brother.
Yeah, get Equanimous St. Brown, BenJarvus Green-Ellis. Valdez-Scantling would be in there. Antonio Rogers-Cromartie, could add him as a defender. All the names. We need all the hyphenated names in one place. And what was it? Disquarius. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an East-West Bowl name. Anyways, sorry, that joke didn't hit.
It's all good. I'm just trying to
read some more. Yeah, okay.
Kids in your comments.
Read.
Oh, shut up.
Read
that one guy. Tree, all of the light has been extinguished. My quarterback, Kirk Cousins, has been injured, and he was having the game of his life. I feel cold. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like that's all in Minnesota. It's like, okay, it's good. What's the catch? And then the other shoe drops, and the shoe was Kirk Cousins, torn Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's coming back this year.
Yeah.
James Amadei, the Bears and Colts have no hope this year. At least Notre Dame beat Pittsburgh, but they're not going to be in the CFP. And the Blackhawks will need a Russian defenseman ASAP. I mean, Notre Dame just piped Pittsburgh. Like, Pitt is garbage. Like, Pat Narduzzi was bad. He was under fire because he pretty much all but criticized like the players and threw them under the bus. And like, dude, it's like Michigan State job's open, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
If you act quickly, you can get there. Like, Narduzzi's pretty much tanked the season. Like, I mean, sticking with Phil Jurkovec for a while, a bunch of bad mistakes in terms of personnel. Like, Narduzzi is just he's been shit.
Shit, I tell you. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Sean Albert, Giants-Jets was so legendary that should be both the greatest game and lolcow of the week.
All of it.
All of it. Mm-hmm. Mr. Waifu Taker is a Chiefs fan and someone who likes the Giants. I feel I bit into Snickers that were laced with Taylor Swift and Danny Derp's softball offensive line.
That sounds like a terrible Snickers.
It does. And BS High has returned. I may have to see this live. Definitely, brother. That one guy. Also, my Chiefs lost to the Broncos, but the Kirk news is so much worse. I mean,
actually, Jackson Didlake from J&D, he was like, do you want to go to Bishop Sycamore in November? And so I might go.
Yeah.
Darian's coming too. So, like,
nice.
we're all just going to have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do they even show up to the game?
I don't even know.
It's going to be like five guys, and they're all like splitting helmets.
So is this like a real school? Like, what is
apparently it is. Like, I mean, Life of Faith like school. I think it's like another one of those Bishop Sycamore type schools, but it's
like
more
an
organized.
IMG Academy type
thing.
Like
they actually organize and educate the kids, and it's more based on athletics.
What?
Bishop Sycamore's problem was they went on ESPN. If they didn't go on ESPN, they would have never had an issue.
No. But they got scammed. ESPN got scammed because they was thirsty for them clicks.
And IMG needed an opponent. Instinctive 30. Hey, 5 thoughts on the Leonard Williams trade.
Good haul for the Giants. Like a second rounder for next year. That's huge. He was originally for a 4th and a 3rd from the Jets, and now he's a 2nd and a 5th. Like, they did pretty good. I would take that. That's a good trade.
Definitely.
All right, Patriots.
Also,
okay.
Sorry, one more. Joseph Naharian ripped a former Penguin, Adam Johnson. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's just awful. Hopefully, the NHL mandates a neck guard in response to this tragedy. Like, I've seen it. Like, unfortunately, like, it's just like there's nothing you can do because, like, I forget the guy's name. Like, he tried to go for the hit, and then his leg torqued, and like his leg lifted accidentally in response. And I know everyone's saying it's like, oh, it's a murder. It's like, yeah, dude, tell me you never played hockey without telling me you never played hockey.
Yeah, I mean, most players, I mean,
it's just so bang bang. It's nothing you can do. Like, unless it was like Marty McSorley and you
or Todd
like
Bertuzzi.
Yeah,
you know, like very few players are out to actually hurt each other, but like the Todd Bertuzzi incident was egregious because he meant to hurt him in that, and a lot of the context though you don't see is like you didn't see, I forget who Bertuzzi hit,
Steve Moore.
Steve Moore. You didn't see Moore like digging into his ribs with his stick,
Well, I think it was in retaliation for hitting another guy.
Moore had hit somebody else, and then Bertuzzi's job was, but the way he went about it was wrong. He just should have. Yep. He should have done a Tom Wilson,
like a knee on knee.
Some shit like that. All right. Yep. We got the Patriots and the Dolphins. This one's pretty clear. Dolphins are back to division, but not.
Yeah, they're not Super Bowl, and the Patriots are regular trash. How is Jalen Ramsey back this early?
He has overcome, and he got an interception, and he had a fucking torn ACL or whatever, and how
torn meniscus, I think.
Torn meniscus, and
somehow he shouldn't have been back till mid-December.
Yeah, I don't get it,
and he shit on Adam Schefter for saying oh, it's terrible to think that I wouldn't come back. Oh, by the way, I'm coming back. It's okay.
Yeah, well, he's like Ryan Day calling out Lou Holtz. Right. I want to know where Joe Paterno is right now.
Right.
Saints and the Colts. The Saints pull this one out. Bizarre game against the Colts.
More bizarre because the Saints actually put up offensive numbers, which is shocking. Yeah. And they scored.
Saints could win that division.
That's the sad part. We need to pick a division because Tampa, Atlanta, and New Orleans are all in football hell right now.
So the Falcons are actually in first. I would put more faith in the Saints as I'd say the
Falcons because I don't trust the Saints to stay healthy, and I don't trust Pete Carmichael.
Okay, fine.
But that's just me.
Falcons. That is the NFC East of the
tank
NFC.
Division. It is
division.
Bad. It's even worse than last year. And last year was just Tampa Bay being bailed out by stupid shit and Tom Brady playing the worst football of his career.
Yep. Texans and Panthers. The Panthers pull it out.
They won. Shockingly. Yeah.
They're still garbage.
Special shout out to Tavier Thomas for 3 straight penalties to give Carolina the win.
What did he do? He committed 3 straight.
2 offsides and 1 unsportsmanlike conduct. He hit the placeholder.
Oh my God! All right, so the Texans
are football hell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, read some more super. We got a lot of supers probably.
Yeah, we're on Nathan Snaza. Just put my Vikings straight into hell. I can't even enjoy the Schadenfreude of seeing the Packers suck. Kirk had just raised us from the dead too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. Justin Ziegler. I know Tom said Love needs more time, but it's time to say Love isn't the guy. Might be too tough on him, but he isn't doing well. He's had 3 years to get ready and is a strong QB class next draft. Oh, dude, if you're drafting high, you're drafting a quarterback. I'm sorry. Jordan Love, he could be something, but the problem is, it's been 3 years. He has his warts. Kenny Pickett's in the same boat. He has his flashes, but, if you're not good 85, 90% of the time, you have to ask, okay, is this guy the quarterback of the future? Or is he just going to be meh? So that's what you have to ask. Meh isn't going to cut it in the NFL these days. Christopher Stuffstadt for a 20. 2 string contenders for locale of the week. Oregon State for going for a fake field goal at the end of the first half and losing by 3, killing our college football playoff hopes and maybe Pac-12 title hopes. And 2, me losing by 0.08 points because of Goff kneeling.
No,
he lost because of the pick 6.
The -2, though. It's a -2 yards. And did you see Emp Lemon made a Dolphins video?
I've seen
video?
It in the algorithm. I haven't.
Yeah, I'll watch that after. It's an hour long, of course, because Emp.
It's Emp. I mean, he spends a lot of time on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Brickner. I don't blame the Browns coach for not running on 3rd and 3 as A. They were stopped on 3rd and short before. And B, receivers were opened. PJ just didn't check. It's not just that. It's that on the last 3rd and 3, they got bailed out by penalty. And I think, honestly, I think they should have at least tried, maybe an option play or maybe, a play action and shotgun. And I think that would have worked out with a quick slant.
Speaking of that.
It goes out of Jamal Adams' head. Boom. And easy interception for Julian Love.
That's our next game. It's Browns and the Seahawks. The Seahawks went from being a wild card team
They are division.
Yeah, to division and Leonard Williams and first place, like all in the span of like a couple hours.
They paid a lot for Leonard Williams, but they did need help on the pass rush. You can't play the Giants every week. Browns are football hell.
Yeah, they were a wild card team, but you can't.
So what's going on with Deshaun Watson? Because like either the Browns are like underplaying his injury a ton, or Deshaun Watson just don't give a shit. And I don't think it's Deshaun Watson don't give a shit.
I don't think he gives a shit. He's garbage. Shit on a stick. Bengals, 49ers. Yeah, the Bengals are back. They started 0-3, and they are
wild card right now. I mean, they are looking pretty good.
They've won 3 straight.
Best offensive game they've had all year. Joe Burrow looks the healthiest he's been.
Yeah. They are back to being a wild card team, and the Niners are now just a wild card team for now.
And that's crazy because like 2 weeks ago we had them as Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll be back up there when they get healthy again. But Purdy doesn't look all that good. He don't look so Purdy now.
Purdy's having that sophomore slump.
They don't look so Purdy now, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Oh.
And then Chiefs and Broncos. The Chiefs are still, despite the loss.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Chiefs played a really sloppy game. 5 turnovers. Receivers can't catch. Mahomes had the flu. It was just a really off performance. And it probably bought Vance Joseph another 2 months.
Yeah, and what's ironic is the Broncos defense is actually playing really well. Playing their asses off. They are just regular trash. They have got 3 wins, the Broncos.
Yep.
The Broncos have won 3 games, and they're already better than last year.
Maybe the ride doesn't end, and Arizona's just imploding right now. Christian Walker just booted an easy ground ball double play, but they imploding.
Okay. All right. Read some more supers.
Yep. So God's butt monkey. This week's random unlikely World Series hero from the past, Billy Hatcher.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he a former Dodger, I think?
What team was he on when he had his heroic?
I want to say
he was an Astro forever.
Yeah, I know he was an Astro. I want to say Dodger or Philly.
Okay.
I think so, but it is what it is. But, I mean, random World Series outfielder. I mean, you got to go Luis Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Just because of the team's playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Dawso, Tree, after watching the Ducks-Pens game, you and I could probably agree that 5-on-3 power play should get Todd Reardon fired. Not just that, their power play has been bad for a while. Carlson just made a terrible pass. And, I mean, as I was saying, like, all summer, like, the Eric Carlson trade is not going to move the needle for the Penguins, and it's showing. Because you have issues on defense, team depth, and goaltending.
He is so far past his expiration date.
Well, like, I mean, Carlson won the Norris last year. He ain't far past it. It's just like he's excess goods.
They just handed it to him because they thought that he deserved. Adam Fox is better than him.
Well, he had more points. The King Barrel Maker, speaking of Jets-Giants, is Nathaniel Hackett the most useless coach in NFL history? He doesn't offer a single good thing. At least Gase had eyes. Well,
that was a pretty pathetic offensive performance, but at least they tried. I mean, they should have lost that game, though. They'd be calling for his job. They should have,
because, once again, Brian Dable is chicken shit.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to him?
I don't know. He got lucky
dude went
last
from
year.
Pure cojones in his first game against Tennessee to Joe Judge Redux. And once again, I'm going to say it right now. Do you miss Joe Judge yet?
Dude, would you fuck yourself? Would you go
No.
fuck yourself?
All I'm saying is you've just hired his replacement, apparently.
We went from McAdurp to Pat Shurmur to Joe fucking Judge. Like, unbelievable.
Yep. Beast of Metal. Speaking of insolvencies, remember when I picked the Pens to miss the playoffs after trading for a new power play quarterback instead of the defensive specialist they needed and excess goods in the top 6? 3-6-0 start. I had them making a wild card, but that's just it. And Suya Swaminathan. Sorry about that, brother. First super on the dumpster fire. I go to Penn State, and I know this is week-old news, but is it time to get rid of Franklin? So like the Cowboys of the CFL went until facing real comp. OSU owns us. Not just that, dude. I mean, as a Pitt fan, I hope you keep James Franklin for as long as you last because, I mean, you just get your asses kicked by Ohio State and Michigan and maybe another team here and there. And I mean, it takes a lot of attention off of how shit Pitt's been this year. So
here's my James Franklin imitation.
I mean, you do look like James Franklin like that, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? We lost? Oh, that's my James Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
He is the new. He is He's just John Harbaugh, and
he's the Dave Roberts of college football.
Yeah, he is. Just mismanages his way to fucking L's.
And it is unraveling. It is now 7-0 Astros.
Yeah, it's
or Astros on Rangers. Jesus.
All right, come on.
Zerthos 16 is a Commanders fan. This is painful but understandable. On one hand, we lost our signature D line, but on the other, we need to rebuild that line.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, David G for 5 bones. Shut up. I'm trying to shitpost too. Evening, gents. Family member wants an Astros jersey. Not sure which one to get him. Any ideas?
Bregman.
He used to play catcher in high school.
Get him a Bregman
Altuve,
jersey.
Unless he wants to get booed. Bregman or Altuve. Brantley's pretty good. Kyle Tucker's really good. Jordan would be a good
Jordan is a stud, but dude, Bregman, I don't care like if he was like a central part of the cheating scandal. Bregman is a fucking stud. Like the guy just fucking can rake. I love his hitting approach. Like if I were to want to be
and that is gone. He missed it again. It's 10-0.
Okay. All right.
And the field goal is good.
All right, keep going.
Yep. Phantom Observer. Well, could be worse. Your mom could have given out spools of dental floss. She was close. She had like a little toothpaste packets, toothbrush, and I think there was a little bit of floss in there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, UW. Best houses give out popcorn bags. Depends on the popcorn. If it's caramel popcorn, delicious. Jacobs 893. What do the Vikings do now? Pray and die.
Give up.
Michael Cuomo. That's worse than getting pennies. They got egged.
Yeah.
I remember someone that gave out a quarter.
But I mean, I'll take a quarter, like it's money.
It gets you like a Swiss cake roll at the school cafeteria.
Yeah.
Plan B Skateboard Company, the Gus Bus. Also, even though the Ravens went AFK at the end, if that defense can play like that in the playoffs, I don't care when Lamar plays like Trent Dilfer. The Ravens' offense is just so inconsistent, and it's so aggravating to see. Mm-hmm. Yep. C Sims 0917. I'd like to inform you guys of the greatest game in college football history. Akron versus Kent State, the wagon wheel rivalry. Oh, dude. Maction is always good. Mm-hmm. 0 FBS wins combined. ESPNU midweek Maction, below freezing weather. Go Zips. I think it's snowing in Toledo right now.
Really?
Yep. Lowell Metz appears in the Astro. Yep, Miguel Castro, former Met. Family Observer. So could Josh Dobbs really up the Vikings at QB? I think he's the best option they have right now. It's either that Sean Mannion or that 5th round pick. And Renson Sean, I pleaded for the Chargers to lose to Chicago so Staley could be fired. Which game must LA lose to get him the highest chances of being fired? Miss the playoffs, he's gone. That's what happens. David DeStefani. All the Fire Stefanski talk in Cleveland, but no one is talking about Andrew Berry letting Brissett walk and trading Dobbs, leaving them one injury away from an XFL QB or a 5th round rookie. They got confident. Yeah. They got cocky. And they thought Dorian Thompson-Robinson did well in camp, so that's how Josh Dobbs lost his job.
Yeah. Dobbs is a good pickup for the Vikings. I mean, he could maybe salvage their playoff run.
He's a good stopgap. Yeah. So I think he'll be okay. And I mean, if he does well, he has a few extra million to that contract. The next contract.
Watch Kyler Murray get hurt again. Like that could end there. And Arizona's, or they shut him down, or he tweaks something and they're just like, we got to shut him down.
But think of Clayton Tune. Clayton Tune is
there. He's there. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Next game, sir. Oh, wait, we got plenty. So
no, we got
1989. I've seen speculums before. They like to use them in bondage porn a lot, especially on assholes, and especially in lesbian bondage scenarios.
Well,
man.
I know
this man knows his porn. I've never seen that.
I have never terrified of Beast of Metal's internet history.
Yeah, like I mean, dude, that history is probably full of some of the most fucked up, deranged porn the world has ever seen. I don't know whether to shake him by the hand or just file restraining order.
I'm sure he's been on 7chan.
Oh, more than 7chan, dude. He's been on. He probably had Live Leak as his homepage.
Oh my
David
God.
R. Scherzer and El Bombi out for the World Series. Texas. Oh no. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's like
Missouri.
I got what
Loved how well Levis did this week, but hesitant to say he's the Titans' future QB, given it was against a mid-tier team. They have a really good defense, though. Yeah. Will withhold my judgment until he's played 5 more games to see how he handles some of the better teams. I mean, yeah, that's a good way to play it. Like, I'm not going to crown him the future quarterback right now, but I think he's earned himself another chance. I think he's done well. And James Amadei pool party for the Rangers in Phoenix equals heaven. We'll see. Detroit fans, what do you think about Donovan Peoples-Jones to the Detroit Lions? I mean, I like the move. I think he replaces Marvin Jones. So it'll probably be like a third-string wide receiver slot guy. I think he can still do that and be fine. And Beastamel 1989, and I agree with this wholeheartedly, Friends fucking sucked. It was one of the dumbest shows ever, and its popularity among the slobbering masses killed many far better shows like Threat Matrix. That show was so awesome when I was 13. I don't even remember Threat Matrix.
I don't even remember that shit either.
Well, that's the thing. Like, most popular shows are just watered down. Like Big Bang Theory, it's just watered down shit.
Yeah, I know. It's
like
a laugh track.
Comedy.
It's what's funny was the Big Bang Theory was the last laugh track show. Yeah.
But it worked, I guess. Red Rhino 49, that Timberwolves Brazil Twitter account should be banned for whatever that tweet was. I was just seeing that. I saw it on my feed because Johnny Barks had retweeted it. It's like, I have to see this shit you do too. Yeah. That's like vor. It's like that really fucked up stuff. It's like he's like erotically licking it. It's like, dude.
Yeah, and it's like a human being. It's very personified too. But the feet were weird. It was so weird.
The feet were weird. It was like it could be a man. It could be a woman. It's like it was the weirdest thing, man.
Timberwolves Brazil.
Yep. That's not even a thing, I think like the regular Minnesota Timberwolves account actually retweeted him. Beastamel 1989. NASCAR had a chance to strip 1 or 2 charters from Wick Rare Racing for free to give to Spire, and bullied LobFast into selling their charter to bolster Kaufman's Ponzi scheme. $40 million equals pump, dump, win. Maybe I mean it's NASCAR, so we'll see.
We'll see.
AAA take. If you put Justin Herbert on the Atlanta Falcons, they run with the division. Better division, but Smith is Diet Pibb Staley. Like, he's not even that, dude. He's like just...
He's Dr. Thunder.
He's more of a George Costanza. Like, he's incompetent, yet they somehow win. Jared Froman, nominee for Lolcow of the Week. Grand Rapids Griffins fans getting penalized for throwing pucks on the ice, then Cleveland scoring on said PP and OT.
That is pretty pathetic.
Kevin Von Magnum.
Fans costing.
Speaking of Levis, Kevin.
Hey, what's up, Kevin Von Magnum making his return to the DF? What's up,
did
buddy?
that Levis shot work in April? Now I don't know how to feel about that performance. Maybe it did. Maybe you need to come back on here and do a shot.
Maybe we'll see. You should be happy, Kevin. You have a quarterback. You don't have Ryan Over the Hill anymore.
It's one game,
this is the last
but it's a
one.
good start. Yep, Samuel Martinez. What's y'all's opinion on Niners getting Chase Young?
Good move.
D-line now better bust through other lines and make secondary's job easier. If not, Wilkes got to go.
They're better.
Wilkes had some issues. Like, he got blamed for, like, the all-out blitz on the Addison TD. I know that for a fact.
You're talking about a former number 2 overall pick in Chase Young, okay? Like, the guy can fucking play.
With another number 2 overall pick in Nick Bosa.
Yeah. So... All right, let's finish out the tiers. The Ravens are division.
Their division. Arizona Cardinals are.
They might even
regular
be a Super
trash.
Bowl.
I mean, are they regular trash or are they Raider trash?
They're Raider trash. They're they have the worst record in the NFL. They're tied with the fucking Panthers. Like, they're trash. The Chargers absolutely fucked. They fucked the Bears though. The Bears are Raider trash. That was must win for the Chargers, because if they lost the Bears with a backup QB and pretty much like XFL tier starters on offense and defense, that was insta fire for Brandon Staley. Yeah. And the problem is, like, all they did was throw checkdowns, and Austin Eckler just ran for like over 100 yards after catch. Yeah.
Like, it was bad.
Yeah. Eckler gained so many all-purpose yards, but he didn't gain any rushing, and I thought he was going to rush for a lot, but I was wrong.
I will say this, and before we begin, I have a live feed of Josh McDaniels in the locker room.
Yeah, and the Monday night game was pathetic, and Jimmy Garoppolo got sacked so many times.
Not even that. He overthrew so many receivers. He threw ducks into double coverage. Like, it's just atrocious. The Raiders are a bad team, and their defense is Max Crosby. Like, they are Raider trash.
He had Devontae Adams, like,
wide open in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. And that game Detroit should have won by 40. That's deceiving because Detroit made a bunch of mistakes.
Yeah. They still covered though. I took them at 9.5 and they covered by a lot. Mm-hmm. So
they covered by 12. They barely did. But
all right, so the Raiders are regular trash. And the Lions are the Lions a Super Bowl.
Their division right now because of how they got piped by the Ravens. Put the Raiders in Raiders trash because why you call it Raiders trash if the Raiders ain't Raiders trash? They are terrible. That locker room is unraveling. Devontae's pissed. Jimmy G looks terrible. Josh McDaniels is just
everyone looks bad.
Trash. It's atrocious.
John. Mm-hmm.
Locale of the week should be that CFL running back running a fake field goal on first down. No, I think it should be Calgary because all they needed was to win by X amount. They fumble the ball, give up the 2-point conversion, and they're out of the playoffs.
Don't the Giants have? So this next one is funny. It says no more Chicago Bears for prime time. Everyone rejoice. Don't the Giants have one more primetime game?
I think they do. The Raiders have 2 more primetime games. The Steelers have a couple more primetime games. I don't know why they call Thursday night primetime. It's just some shitty matinee game that nobody cares for. The only reason why we watch is because of sports ball.
Okay, so the Giants bye week isn't until week 13.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the Giants and Packers are on December 11th. That game's getting flexed out for sure. They are not going to let the Giants and Packers.
I'm trying to think. Did we miss Joe Batson? I'm trying to think. We might have missed you, brother. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find you.
All right. So the Giants have one more scheduled primetime game, and that will get flexed out. No one wants to watch the Panthers or the Packers and the Giants on Sunday night. Nobody wants it. That's a tank bowl. I would love it if it went through, but it's not. The Giants.
It's always a tank bowl, brother. Everything's a tank bowl.
All right. Do we get everybody?
It looks like it. I know, I'm trying to see if, let's see. Justin Ziegler, Tree, you're streaming with Tom. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Okay. All right. So what's the Thursday night game? Is it Titans-Steelers?
Titans-Steelers.
I might join you for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Depends on what I'm doing.
I know Bears. Oh, no more Bears primetimes games. Bears-Panthers Thursday night football.
Oh, my God.
We get Tank Bowl.
That would be Tank. That's Tank
and
Central
that is dumpster fire stream night, man.
Yeah, that might have to.
That's
we might have to
do
this
that together. We have to, dude. We have to.
All right, I'll mark it on the calendar.
That is a super Tank Bowl.
That is super Tank Bowl. That is pathetic. And the only thing that's changing is the order of the. It's actually a lot's at stake because the Bears win either way.
But the Panthers, I mean, they don't want to give up that number one.
No, they want to win. There's actual incentive for both teams to win, which is great. Mm-hmm. And kind of lose at the same time. So, anyways, all right, we can call it a show. We love y'all. Buddy. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the mods. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for all the big dick energy. Mm-hmm. And we'll see y'all.
As you say, why be small when you could be big? Bob's penis.
That's what I
rest in peace, Adam Johnson. By the way,
yes.
Way too young.
Way too young. All right, we love y'all. We'll see you on Thursday, and happy footballing.
Mm-hmm. Happy footballing to us all.
Later.